Well, hello there, Minecrafters. Thanks for coming by. We're back in Diversity 2 in the puzzle branch. Before we start, spoiler warning! Go play the map, especially the puzzle branch, before you watch these videos, because we're going to give you the solutions. I'm here with QwertyuiopThePie, UIOP the
Yes.
Pie. Top letters on the keyboard, in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah, and no one has, very few people have correctly pronounced the full name.
Well, how do you, I say QwertyuiopP?
That is wrong.
What is it?
That's a secret.
Well then, no, it doesn't spell that's a
Let's put it
secret.
this way. I'll tell you if you're correct, but we can deal with that
My
later.
goodness. Okay, everybody in the comments, you have to write how you pronounce it. By the way, if you didn't see last episode, check it out. But we are on the Talcraft server. They were nice enough. Well, they don't actually know that we're using their server, but QWERTY has connections. Thank you guys for letting us use your space to. So you see those ads there every once in a while. Anyway, we are in the Jukebox maze puzzle. I love this one. Love this one. It also looks really nice with the green there.
This one was a lot of fun to make because I got to use a little creativity in making the rooms.
Yeah, but the
A lot of the
whole
other puzzles, they don't have room for creativity.
the whole the finding your way map thing, brilliant. How did you come up with that idea?
Well, in GSW, I use a method where you can use the map to
Okay, hold up.
Hmm?
GSW, explain what that is, because a lot of
Space
people won't know that.
battleship. You use, but basically, it's kind of like FTL. You shoot back and forth between
This is a
ships. It'd
map
take
that
forever.
you made.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And I use in that map the overhead to show the status of rooms, and in the newer version, you can actually see where you are on the ship and stuff. So
Yep.
I figured I would translate that to this and use the map as an information display. Originally, this map wasn't actually here. And I would assume people were like writing it down or they just remember, but no, that's just tedious. They get a map.
Well, you know what? The map is awesome because, again, no, I don't think anybody has done this before in a puzzle map. Like,
It's
it's
pretty darn cool.
it is really okay. So let's start this off. So we've got a bunch of discs.
Yes.
They are named. Now, the first thing I notice when I'm hovering over them, they have little triangles.
Yes,
Little
and you can also
triangles.
see that when you scroll over them in your hotbar. I'm just
Yeah,
going to take all of these.
no, yeah, I want, okay, I'll have one. I'll have one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm over. How do you go over that in your hotbar? I'm not. Oh, there it is. Hard to see,
Yeah.
but yeah, pops up
So
there for a minute.
so yeah, it does take a little bit of trial and error sometimes for people to figure it out, but eventually people do figure it out. But those arrows correspond to entrance directions.
Not the way you're supposed to go,
Yes.
but the where
And
the doors are going to be.
even if I wanted to, I couldn't make it the way you're supposed to go because I mean, you
There's multiple
can't.
ways of that. Is there two
Yeah.
or three ways to solve this one?
There are there's a few. I don't know exactly how many, but there's a
Now,
few ways, but they
uh,
all ultimately boil down to the same thing.
I was gonna say before we go on, this I got these two. Where is it? I got these two. I had to actually use two filters, one by SethBling, one by Texelove, to make just these little arrows show up properly. To get rid
Yeah,
of
because I
the.
had arrows before, but they were kind of hard to see and a little slanted. And
They were in italics because when you rewrite something in an anvil, it goes to italics. We wanted to get rid of that.
yeah,
So we had to do that. But anyway, let's. What do you want to put in? You want to put in any disc in here particular?
yeah. Let's go. Let's just do them in the correct order so we get to the ending.
Okay.
So the first disc is
Oh! We gotta turn down the music volume here.
Oh yeah,
Music sound jukebox. Woo! That's the one danger about this puzzle. I
yeah.
wish.
I do warn them before they go in, though.
Yeah.
That's the best I
Yeah.
could do. Originally, when I was making this puzzle, it would only play one disc at a time, so it wasn't bad. It would just play whatever the last disc you put in was.
But they must
But
update
during the
it.
course, they changed it. And
Okay.
another thing. So you put in the discs,
Uh-huh.
and it generates the room, right? And this
Yep.
is supposed to be like a creepy carnival type room, because that's what the song is, Melohi. It's like a creepy
Okay. Yeah.
carnival type song
Yeah.
with a slime block, because slime blocks do everything.
So this is sort of like the drop of death, like jump into the
Yeah.
whatever.
But yeah,
Yeah.
another thing that people found out very quickly
Mhm.
is you can't reuse discs. If a disc is in a room and you take it out of the room,
Mhm. Whoa! I'm dying, and I can't move. I can't. Oh.
A lot of
Oh,
people died that
thank
way.
you. Yeah, and I remember talking to you about that,
Yeah.
and you're like, "I'm not gonna fix that. That's a good way for a friend to troll a friend."
And that's what people used it
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
and it was beautiful.
Okay, so this is your circusy based on the
Yes.
song
Yes.
Malohi. I don't know how to say it. All
Malohai,
right,
I think.
and I also noticed that well, can't really see it because I'm standing there. Put the
Yeah, let's
next.
go into this room and you can
Bleh.
see.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got a little direction
Yeah.
there.
It has the same colors as the disc, so you can sort of remember which disc goes to
Oh,
which.
okay. Orange or
And it
yeah,
shows
yeah,
where the
yeah.
doors are.
White and yeah.
So essentially, this is actually based on a really popular puzzle as well,
Mhm.
obviously, where you have to take the pieces with different turns and stuff and fit them so that you make a path from one to the end, kind of like a Pipe Dream, which is an old game.
Mhm.
And you have these limited pieces, discs, and you need to use them to get through to the other side. The only difference is you are actually inside the pipes instead of
Mhm.
just placing them
Very
from above.
right. Actually, I remember that. I remember oh, I've been playing Lego one of the Lego games and you got to make the power go from one and turn the things so
Yeah,
that
yeah,
power
it's a
can
very
travel through it.
popular puzzle.
Okay, so come back here for a sec. Come
All
back in
right,
the blue room, which is the start. Take the disc out and
all right.
it automatically updates that. Yeah, I love that. So
Mm-hmm.
and put a different disc in. You can see
This one.
the pathway there changes. So
Yeah,
now it
although
goes
this
to the
one obviously
left.
won't do anything because if you go through, it just leads to the coal. You can't put any
Right.
discs in here; it won't do anything.
We'll talk about this room when we get it in the right order. But
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Right.
So hit the right solution there. Do you know
Right.
it off by heart?
Hmm?
Do you know it off by heart or?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we can't
So
obviously can't go straight ahead because there's a
yeah.
black area.
So basically, you need a disk that connects to the left. Now, I
Mhm.
already know the solution, so I'm just going to enter that. But usually, people work their way around, and they might have to reset a couple times, but they
Mhm.
figure it out.
Mhm.
This next one is Strad, and it sounds kind of,
Hmm.
I guess, underwatery.
Does it really?
I
I always
don't
thought it
know.
sounded
This
Strad
was
always
originally
sounded
a
like
code reference, actually.
how's this code?
But I decided to interpret it as sounding kind of underwatery, so I made it underwater.
Okay.
Yeah,
Strad
so
to
that's
me
easy enough.
sounds like a like a Mozart type song. I
Yeah,
don't know. I can't
maybe.
remember what the song sounds like, but the name sounds like something Austrian or
Oh,
something, whatever.
yeah, no, it's kind of, it sounds like the theme you would have in an underwater level in a video game.
Okay.
So the next one is far. It's our only choice because we need to go directly up. We
Right.
can't turn.
Yep. Okay. Now
And
we.
hey, look, it's two
Oh.
snowmen wearing fezzes. I wonder what that could be referencing.
Yeah. Okay. Bob and Doug,
Hmm.
perhaps.
And this sort of sounds like a sort of more peaceful, slow song, so I went with this.
Now, is this any Jigger Bob reference here? Doesn't he not do the whole pumpkin with the levers thing?
Yeah, actually, I think I did base this off of one of his maps. I don't remember which.
I think that's how he did a lot of
I think a
NPCs.
friend of mine added the fezzes during testing, and I just kind of kept them.
There you go. Okay. All right. Next one.
So this one we've already seen. Get used to seeing this one.
Yeah. Okay.
It's yeah, it's very common.
Did I get that one? I got that one. Sorry. That's the one thing I don't like about this is it changes the name when you pull it out of the
Yeah,
jukebox.
it used to not do that. It used to do it perfectly, but that's a bug. And
You should report it.
yeah, but it used to be perfect, and I don't know what happened to it.
Okay. And then we're back in the water room here. Yeah.
Oh,
And the reason
uh,
these rooms are the same is because it's the same disc.
oh,
Oh,
I
server
did a
shutting down.
whoopsie.
All right, we are back. We had got booted from the server. Actually, I guess they got a little upset about us using their space.
It
Anyway,
was
so
just a glitch.
Malohai, another Strad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to get used to those. And the next one's different. It's a weight. Let's see. I have a
Wait,
weight. Ah, here it
wait
is.
for it. Wait for it. Okay,
Here
we
it
have wait.
is.
Now this is the room I want to talk about.
Yes.
So, what is
This
this?
this is a complete recreation of the B Team's quartz store
Hmm.
from the third Mindcrack season. It's Mindcrack season 3. Complete
I
with items. I
I
mean, these
think
items
that
don't do
was
anything.
when they were
But
at their most popular. I think.
yes, well, yeah. And the funny thing is that when the B Team played this, they didn't recognize their own room.
They did not recognize it. No, but Good recognized it when he played it with Chad.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Uh,
recognized it.
it
But
even has the fire up top here. You can't
hmm
really. Can you see
we
it?
didn't have
Yeah, you
room
can see it. There we go.
for the whole thing because
Almost.
I basically had a limited box to build the stuff in. But yeah.
And the chests are identical. Now, in case you're wondering how I did that, I still have the Minecraft Season 3 world on my computer because it was far download at one time. So, and I couldn't copy it. I actually was telling QWERTY where to place every single block over Skype while I was looking at it and you were building it. That was pretty fun.
hmm
And then
Yeah.
all the text. I think these are ethos ethos
Yeah,
words
Etho
or
plays
something.
those, I think. Yeah. So
Anyway, yeah.
the next room, 13's a creepy room. I mean,
Uh huh.
13's a very popular room. So I
Yeah.
went with a haunted house theme for this one.
So
You
13.
can see a little
Okay.
skull in the corner. That's actually Blame the controller's head.
Okay, and there's blood. Although if it's a
Yeah.
skull, how's there blood? Yeah.
Well, whatever had the skull had blood.
What's with
It's
the
probably just
glass?
blood
What's with
stains.
the glass? What's the point of that?
Broken window.
Okay, broken window, redstone
Yeah, this
lighting.
one you've already seen.
Oh, this
And
one,
the last
yeah.
disc is blocks.
Blocks. Okay, and this is obviously just a
Desert temple.
desert temple. Used to be wool, but now stained clay, right?
Uh-huh. We had to switch it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not step through this final, but this is the last room.
Okay. All right.
So, shall we go over the redstone?
Let's go over the redstone commands. Where are you heading? Down? Straight down?
Down. Just straight down.
Okay. So here we are at the first. This is where you enter here, right? This
Mm-hmm.
this is section, and this is the first room.
Yes.
So how's
So,
this work here?
basically, each room has an obsidian, which is for the comparator, because the
Mm-hmm.
comparator is actually cloned in. It just needs a place to put it. And
And
when you put a disk in,
this one right here, yeah.
it activates this little circuit here.
Okay, yeah.
Now, what this does is it actually fills the circuit in the next room over. In this case, this circuit.
It fills it. Okay,
It
so
does a fill on these stone blocks.
so
And
it's
all that
moving
does is
over.
check with
Ah,
relative coordinates
okay, yeah.
what this command block, which record is in it.
Okay.
And depending on which record is in it, and it only checks 3 because only 3 will give you a response, only 3 have a door on that side. It'll clone the appropriate room from our master room template over there, which we'll have
So
to take.
you're not actually testing every
No.
single combination. You're just testing the one that would have an actual door in front of you.
Yes. And
Okay.
you can see that because there's distinct layers. Each of these layers represents one direction. So this layer, for instance, is what happens if you try to go from, I don't remember the
Okay, yeah.
specifics, but yeah,
Yeah.
so if you try to go from like one specific direction into this room, this layer will activate, check which
Mhm.
block you have connected, and run accordingly. And it's basically
Okay.
just that repeated over all of this. This
Mhm.
puzzle was actually originally designed to work theoretically with an infinite grid because it was just easier to do it that way,
Yeah.
but I obviously limited it. And the
Yeah.
way that these blocks work, I tore out the redstone leading into the doors for these. That's it. That's all.
That's
That's what
wonderful.
makes it so you can't move. There's
Okay,
just
so
stuff.
what makes the room appear? How does that happen based on
It clones in the room. Basically, it tests for the jukebox you just put in, and
Yep.
then it clones in the appropriate room. Now the rooms are over here, along with
Okay.
their discs.
Yeah, over here. I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So it clones in the room, and it also clones in up top. You can see if you look up, there's a sort of map there.
Yep.
Yeah, it clones that there too, so you can see it on the map.
That's where you're seeing. So this is directly on top of you.
Yes.
So you can see yourself walking through the map.
And you can actually see all the rooms here.
Yeah.
There's
There's our
this many.
favorite water room.
Yes.
Uh-huh. There it
So
is.
yeah,
The B team
6
room.
rooms. And
Yeah.
the little disc things to go with them, showing where the doors are.
Yeah, so you clone it all in. Is it? I think it can seem a little overwhelming. Yeah, here's where you clone that in.
hmm
When you're not the map maker, but it is always
But
difficult to explain these things to
basically, I
people.
just cloned that into the big green thing
Hmm. Yeah.
using the clone command.
Okay.
And
So.
one final thing that happens if you take the disc out, then it
Yep.
activates this. which essentially resets it to nothingness.
Okay, because the
Now,
torch there, yeah.
the cool thing with that is, because it resets the whole room to nothingness, it resets the whole room, including the jukebox leading to the next room, which in turn resets the next room, and it chains all the way down.
Oh, okay. So you
So,
would definitely have to have a certain amount of chunks loaded, like
well,
we say.
yeah, which it should say in the like
Yeah,
restrictions. But
yeah.
yeah, and the thing with that is, that means the reset is actually very easy, even though it's this big old thing. For the reset circuit, all I need to do is reset that first jukebox, and the rest follow naturally.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I did that in trivia as well. It just chain
Hmm.
reactions to each one.
Yeah.
Uh, Makes it a little bit easier.
Oh, and the reset also clones in a chest full of discs.
Again, with our
Because
we're cloning in something that's already set instead of doing this complicated command. Oh man, all these things that we.
oh, you can see a comparison between the original and the filtered here.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, here's the original one. You can see the arrows are a little bit harder to read, especially the up and down arrows.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So, any other little things about this puzzle in particular you wanted
That's
to go
about
over?
that for this one.
That's about it.
All it does is it checks when you put a disc in, it checks to see which disc and clones the room appropriately.
hmm Okay, that's
And
cool. And then
yeah,
finally
this
over
leads all the
here,
way to the exit.
can I break? Ooh! Oh, you're gonna bust it! You're gonna bust it! There.
And this room will be cloned anyway. When you step on this plate, it
Yeah.
resets the whole thing.
There you go, and sends us both in here, and then barrier blocks here so you can't get over. And we have our friends, the zombies there. Here's a
Yep.
freebie hint. Yeah, we'll talk about this one in the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was the jukebox puzzle. I think the commands looked a lot more complicated than they are, but I liked all your ideas behind those rooms. I thought that puzzle was really brilliant. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Write in the comments if you loved that one. I think that was probably the most popular one.
Yeah, I liked it, but I don't think it was the most popular.
You liked the Portal one. Well, we'll get to the
I
Portal one
can tell
eventually.
you this next one is not the most popular.
I love that one though. But anyway, the next one is the what's it called?
It's
Missionaries
well,
and
originally it's the
cannibals one.
cannibal
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
missionary problem, but
We will
it's
head
a
into this
zombie
next
villager
episode.
problem in this case. Yes.
Okay, well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Enjoy your Minecrafting. Any last words, QWERTY? Well said. Well said. Okay. Bye!
Oh,
Oh,
I
server
did a
shutting down.
whoopsie. I tried to add more. Ignore all this. Uh, this will just be a
Oh, hi
second.
there.
We're gonna have to cut back to that, aren't we?
Well, I can work with it.
All right, I'm gonna bring it back up.
uh, this guy doesn't even know he's gonna be on YouTube.
Huh. Oh yeah. Wonder if he recognizes you.
I don't think so.
Probably not.